You see us with the fits on.
Man, shout out to Get Fresh Guy, man.
Shout out to Get Fresh Guy.
That boy blessed us, man. Y'all see what's going on, man.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
see what's going on. That boy blessed us with
Yeah.
not just the hat, but with the glasses and the shirt, man.
All that. All three. You see the fit. So go ahead and follow him. Get your shirts now. Get your hats, glasses, whatever you like. We back with the next episode. So look, I want to jump straight into a topic that a lot of people are talking about right now.
Come on now.
This arrest with Diddy. So there's a crazy situation where Diddy gets arrested. He's in jail. Next thing you know, all of these CEOs step down from their position. So they arrest Diddy. He's got all these cameras in his house. All over his house, he's got cameras. They show up. They seize the cameras, seize the footage. What's on this footage? You know what I'm saying? And then he's in jail now. All these CEOs are stepping down. So who be at these parties? I know everybody been seeing these clips of all these different celebrities who be at his parties. There's been so many celebrities, politicians, and everything. Like, it's crazy what could happen right now. Like, a lot of shit could rain down. But the question is, are they going to cover it up? Or are they going to allow the people who are involved with all this shit to actually go down too?
Come on, man. You already know. See, one thing about that situation is God said, I sit high and look low. You know, Diddy just 1/4 of the people they want. Diddy just 1/4 of the people they want. See, he had the money and they manipulated him. The white people manipulated him to where they used this face to do their dirty work. It's bigger than Diddy. But is he going to be the one to go down for everybody? Yes, because guess what? He was the face of it. They made him the face because they know that they could use him, that he wanted the money. See, when God trying to just see the devil will use you by putting money in front of you, by manipulating your mind. They will make you the face of something because they don't want to be the face of something that they know that could be big to make money and also could be big to go down.
So and also, it's like stuff that they want to do, but they put someone else's face on it. So the question is, they get all these cameras. Like, the cops sees all these cameras. There's all these people involved. But we're not hearing about the people on the cameras. What did y'all find? Like, I know y'all seen some shit going down.
There's a lot of things they found, man.
Right.
There's a lot of things that they don't, that they know that's inappropriate, but they want to take down the whole industry. It might not be no rap industry after this, but a few people.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah,
it seems like actors, rappers, politicians,
all kind of stuff.
but they're going to choose
I can tell you
who.
one thing, D Phlo, the real did not fall for that. The real did not sell their soul for that. The real rappers, the real people who understand that they trust and they belief in God is bigger than selling their soul for a piece of dollar. So the ones who stood on business, the ones who wasn't in that party, the ones who wasn't invited to that party, ain't y'all feel glad that y'all wasn't invited to that party?
Real
that y'all
facts.
not going down for that situation. Y'all really put in that work to get to where y'all at. I don't care if y'all ain't $1 million person, but $100,000 person is better than being a $0,000 person. So salute to the ones who waited on their turn, the blessings, the grind, not the Diddy parties, not the manipulation by the money, letting the people interfere, involve you into the devil's eyes. Because money ain't nothing but the devil if you don't use it the right way. Money will turn people evil.
You said it, bro. You said it. Why sell your soul for this shit and get the money quick when you got the talent, you got the spirit, you got the hustle? Why don't you go out there and get it? Why do you have to go to these parties and do these things to sell your soul? Get caught on camera doing stuff like this. They have evidence on you to use against you. So now when you're doing something they don't like, they say, hey, don't do that because remember this video? We got it.
They blackballing you.
They blackmailing you. Exactly.
They blackballing you. So that's what's wrong with the world. See, and that's the good thing. That's another thing about why I changed. See, when you change for the better, and you change with the right mindset and the right perspective, guess what? You can't be blackballed. Only person that can blackball you is God, because you doing everything he expect you to do. You doing everything right. You being faithful. You being fruitful. You being committed. So when you being all these things you doing right, you can't be blackballed by nobody because you gave your all. You know what a person say? I don't care if they cheating. They don't have to answer to me. They got to answer to the man that I serve. A lot of times we be wanting to chastise a person from doing us wrong when guess what? Hey, we ain't bigger than God. So let God chastise them. You continue to keep doing what you're doing. That's why I keep being obedient. That's why I keep being fruitful. That's why I keep being loyal to the people and not stupid to them. I would be loyal to a point to where I know, man, they want me to be stupid. Let me get up out of there. that ain't without
You
him.
spoke facts. So what you're saying is, and we spoke about it in a couple episodes ago, about being 10 steps ahead. If you're 10 steps ahead, you know you're going to get to where you're going.
Yes,
but if
indeed.
you feel like, oh, I want to get the blessing now. I need things to come now.
You want that microwave blessing.
You want to play God because God's timing isn't your timing. So you want things to happen faster.
Man,
So you sell your soul to get that money now, but guess what? That money runs out. And when it's gone, it's gone.
You got to get blackballed again.
You get blackballed.
Kevin Gates said it the best. You looking for that microwave blessing. This ain't no microwave blessing. You can't expect to cook steak in a microwave and it tastes the same if you cooking it on a grill. You can't look for a blessing to get cooked just like that because it got 10 seconds, 10 minutes on a microwave. It take time. Your hustle take time. Your grind take time. Your prayers take time. Your mind take time. Everything, when you trying to transition your life for the better, to become better, to get to the top, it take time. So if you want it to take time, if you want it to turn out right, if you want that cake to look good, to be able to put that icing on, don't look for no microwave blessing. Don't look for no easy outcome. Don't look for no helping hand just to get it because that person able to give it to you. Wait your turn. Be patient. God coming. His blessings gonna come. When his blessings come, nobody could take that away from you. You can't be blackballed because you waited. God gave that to you, not the enemy. The enemy is looking to bless you so they can hold it against you. So when you ain't willing to do what they tell you, they gonna blackball you.
Don't look for that microwave blessing. You gotta understand, blessings take time.
Everything.
They take time. You have to keep grinding. When you look for that microwave blessing and you get it fast, the faster you get it, the faster it goes. Because you don't know how to hold on to that. You didn't learn the lessons it took. You weren't prepared for that blessing. Because God will prepare you. The reason why God didn't give you that blessing that quickly is because he had to prepare you.
He had to
take you
man,
down.
Come on, man.
He had to humble you. He had to make you. The only way you're going to keep it is to let the process go the way that God said.
Come on,
that microwave blessing is what sets you up to fall off and be nothing.
Come on now.
Nothing.
Nothing but the enemy. That's what come fast in a blessing in a microwave. Nothing but the devil. Nothing but the enemy. Nothing but the sacrifice to lose it all again. That's what come with that microwave. But if you take your time and put it in that oven and watch it bake and watch it cook and watch the temperature grow
and enjoy the process.
And enjoy the process. That's the difference. That's the way God wants you to do it. But if you're looking for that microwave blessing, it won't happen. It won't happen. It ain't over here. That's why we doing what we doing, and that's why we putting the work in. That's why we going through the process. That's why where we at today wasn't a microwave blessing, because I believe and you believe that if we keep going, if we put the work into the oven, if we put the work into the prayers, if we put the work into God's hand, and we put the work in between each another, and we believe, and we keep going, and we stay focused, the blessing's gonna be bigger than a microwave blessing, because we ain't looking for it to happen overnight. But if we keep going, we know it's gonna happen over the long period of time. That's why we can't be stopped. That's why God doing the things he's doing. That's why we doing the things we doing. That's why we keep elevating. And that's why that blessing in the oven is keep going. And then now, guess what, D Phlo, before you know, we're going to need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ovens to be able to stop the blessing, because we was prepared and we know that it was going to take time, and we know how God was going to work. Come on now. Who better than us? Who doing it better than us? We speaking about God. We speaking to the world. We not afraid to lay our life on the line, our life out there, to let the world know that we messed up too at times. And we guess what? We wasn't afraid to tell you we messed up, but guess what? We ain't never messing up no more, because we doing everything right.
Right. Because making mistakes, the only way you're going to learn in life is to make mistakes. But when you make a mistake, you have to be willing to learn from that mistake. You have to be willing to learn a lesson. Because,
I learned a lot from my mistakes,
because the
man.
L is two ways. You can look at an L as a loss, or you can look at an L as a lesson.
Come on now.
Because if it's a lesson, you gain something from it. You know, next time I gotta do shit differently. If it's just a loss, you learn nothing. You just lost your money. But if you learn a lesson in it, you paid to learn. Next time, I'm gonna do it differently.
Lessons become blessings.
Exactly.
Lessons become blessings. You got to know one thing. That lesson could become a blessing, because that lesson teach you not to do it again. That lesson show you with the sacrifice that you could risk or lose it all by doing that again. Just so that lesson become a blessing, or it could become a curse.
And It's all about your mind state, which we talk about a lot. I've realized the mind state is everything. When it comes to happiness, it comes to success, it comes to relationships, it comes to everything. It's your mind state. It's your mind state. So you can either look at it as a lesson or a loss. If you look at it as a lesson, it can become a blessing. If you look at it as a loss, you just get mad about it, you get upset about it, you do stupid shit about it, you're never going to get the blessing out of it.
You lose everything.
You lose the blessing.
That's where the devil interfere with it. That's when the devil come and get you because he know he got you because you
at your lowest.
You at your lowest and you're afraid to go against that loss and turn it to a lesson, and then that lesson turn into a blessing. You can't be afraid to face your losses head on, to know that you don't want to lose no more. You can't be afraid to turn your hustle up because you was losing all last year. You can't be afraid to worry about what they gonna think because you turned your hustle up. You can't be afraid that you're going to lose people because you're moving in the right direction. You can't be afraid of losing people because you accepted God in your life. You can't be afraid of losing people because you're moving. And not just moving, but you keep on moving. Come on now, I done took them losses and turned them losses into blessings. The blessings that turn into more blessings and the blessings that keep coming. I ain't taking no more losses. I ain't taking no more losses. I ain't going through the pain. I ain't going through the suffering. I'm over that. I ain't going through the trials and tribulation because I told God that I can't go through that no more because I believe and I trust that he going to make sure I wake up in the right state of mind. I ain't taking no losses. I'm only taking wins. I'm only taking the wins to go to a championship. I ain't losing no more. I done lost all my life, but now that I'm winning, I ain't never want to lose again. I'm prepared to keep winning. I'm willing to go through the situation to keep getting stronger, keep getting better, keep getting wiser, keep getting smarter. Them losses turn me to a winner, and all I know is to keep winning each and every day that I wake up. God giving me the chance to become a better person, a better father, a better individual, a better son, a better leader. I can't lose no more because I accepted God in my life. And God became, when you accept God in your life, he make you a winner for the rest of your life. He make you a winner for the rest of your life.
The only thing about that is he makes you for a winner for the rest of your life if you continue to believe and praise him and follow in his path. A lot of people are on the fence, like we talked about before. A lot of people can't just keep, they believe in God, they shot on the fence, they get tempted, they go on the other side. And I think that's most people in the world. The thing is, you have to choose. Nobody's going to be perfect. Like you said, we're all born of sinners. But you have to choose right over wrong more. It has to be at least a higher percentage that you chose right. Because there's going to be times when we might be in a diet and we might fuck around and eat something we weren't supposed to eat. There's going to be times when we told ourselves we're going to do this and we do that. But as long as you choose right more than wrong,
you got a chance of winning.
You got a chance of winning. Now, the more you choose right and the less you choose wrong, the more you'll be blessed. But if you choose to choose wrong more than right, that's when you're on the side of the devil. That's when you're on the side of wrong. That's when you're on the side of evil. That's when you're straddling the fence. Not coming. You can't be 50-50.
No.
You got to be 60, 70, 80, 20,
more than that, D Phlo.
100.
You got to keep it real with them. You got to be 100. I ain't gonna lie to you. Can't be nothing less. You don't want short change God. You don't want play with God. You don't want BS with God. So give him 100. Right. And watch the outcome.
And what he's saying right now is the realest shit ever. If you want to be a real one, you got to keep 100.
All the time.
It cannot be 90. It cannot be 80. But you might start with 50. You might start with 60, 70. But the goal can't be, okay, sometimes I choose the right. No, your goal is every time.
Every day. That's why I wake up in the morning every day, D Phlo, and I always say to myself, if you're not ready to be 100 every day, if you're not ready to be 100 a day and you only willing to give 80% to God, lay back down. When I wake up every day, I strive to be 100 every day, good to God. It's very important that we challenge ourselves to put 100% every day to become better to God, because 70 and 60 and 80% not good enough for him. He deserves everything. He keep on waking us up. He keep on blessing us. He keep on getting us to where we need to be. He keep us with that job. He keep providing. He keep on feeding us. So why would you only give him half when he continue to keep giving us all? It's very important that we continue. It's very important that we give God 100% every day. It's very important that we uplift somebody every day. It's very important that we motivate somebody. It's very important that we love somebody. It's very important that we help somebody. It's very important that we make sure we put a smile on somebody's day, because God continue to wake us up each and every day. He continue to keep doing the things that he continue to keep doing, knowing that we ain't been obedient, knowing that we don't deserve the things he doing, but he continue to keep doing it. So guess what? If he continue to keep giving when you ain't at your best, then he needs you at your best so he could continue to keep giving you.
So what you're saying is that if you give God 60%, he's going to give you 60%.
Yes, indeed.
So if you want a blessing in life and you have these big goals and you're like, I visualize this. If you're only going to give 60% in, and then you're only going to get at the most 60% back. But if you give 100, if you choose to give 100, every day you wake up, you say, I'm going to give it 100. No matter what it is, I'm going to give it my all. That's the only way you should be able to expect God to give his all.
That's the only way, D Phlo. You just explained it well. That's why I say every day I challenge myself to give 100. That even is motivating, uplifting, making somebody smile, being good to myself, being good to people, just all around. Just all around, I want to be 100. When I didn't have God in my life, when I was searching to find out my purpose and stuff, I was only giving 50-50. 50 to the enemies and 50 to God. Now I'm giving 100 to God and 0 to the enemy. I changed my life around. And when you understand how God works and understand how his prayers develop, understand how he moving, understand his timing, understand how he think, understand not how you think, understand how he do things and not how you do things. And when you start to understand his way, his route, his GPS, his way of operating, then when you learn that, you learned a lot. Let me tell you something in life, man. I'm not living to just live down here. I'm living to live up there good. So the way you live down here is the way you going to live up there. The things you do down here is the way you going to do things up there. People got to understand your spirit got to go somewhere. It could go to the Lord or it could go to the devil. How you live down here going to determine where your spirit go in eternity. So I understand that. And I don't want to go to the devil. And that's why I turned my life around. A lot of people got to understand this temporary home. This is not for everlasting. It's for everlasting up there. So challenge yourself to ask yourself, how you want to live up there going to determine how you live down here.
Right. So here's how I feel. A lot of people are in this life living for what happened before. They're looking back at things that happened before. They're looking at the pain that they went through in their life. They're looking at the things they went through. And that's where they're living, in their past. You cannot live in your past because that creates depression. You have to live in the now, what's going on right now. But what we're doing right now determines our future. Not only the future in this life, but the future in our life afterwards.
Yes, indeed.
So we have to live in the now, enjoy our life, appreciate what we have, but also make decisions that determine where we're going to go in this life and our next life. And if we can focus on that and not worry about what happened before, because those were all lessons. Those were all the past. Don't worry, because that's just going to make you feel like shit. If you focus on what I'm doing, just like we're on this podcast, we're focusing on now. We don't give a fuck about what happened. We don't give a fuck what's about to happen.
Not at
we
all.
give a fuck about this right here.
Right here.
And what we're doing is trying to help our future and the people's future.
Most definitely.
Because that's how you live in the now and you focus on the future.
Yes, indeed.
So I feel like if you do that, if you can find a way to live life every day, focusing on now, but looking at your future, that is how you find happiness, success, and fulfill your purpose, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me tell you something, man. A lot of people fail to realize I told y'all about the relationship with my sister. I told y'all about the relationship with my daughter. I told y'all about the relationship I didn't have with God. I've been patching up and fixing all them relationships, and that's why I continue to keep growing. That's why I continue to keep growing, because I know that at times I fell short where the relationship could have been stronger. And that's why I took the time to go back to understand where I went wrong at and when I was willing to fix it. That's why I'm able to, that's why I'm free. That's why I feel comfortable. That's why I'm at peace. That's why I don't have no worry. That's why I know when I'm worrying about something, I need something, I know God gonna deliver. I know that because He showed me if you go to do the things that I expect you to do and not what you want to do, fix the situation that's very important and watch how I move your life around. Let me tell you something, man. I built a foundation. And a foundation have been built by me and you putting our together and building that foundation. Now, since we built that foundation and that foundation strong, that payment, that soul, that trust, that love, that work, that grind, that understanding each other. Now we able to build that house.
Right.
That house not important if that foundation not strong. God prayer's not as good if you don't believe. God work. God not gonna come if you ain't doing what's right. God not gonna show up if you ain't patiently waiting. Come on, D Phlo. You heard what I said. God ain't gonna show up if you ain't patiently waiting. God ain't gonna bless you if He know you ain't right. God ain't gonna show up if your foundation ain't real.
Right, because the fact is, the foundation takes time. You have to build that foundation, and you might build a couple foundations. You ever drove by a place, you're in a nice neighborhood, you look over and you see a foundation on the ground, and you don't see them finishing the house? Because sometimes it's like that. You might build a couple foundations.
Money be installed. You know that?
Money be installed, right? But maybe that's the way it was supposed to happen, because that house wasn't your house. That you started it and you realized this ain't my house. You have to find where you should be building your foundation. And when you find, like what we got going right now, we found the right foundation to build our house on. But you don't want to build your house on the wrong foundation. You have to find the right foundation. And it's something you feel in your heart. It's not something that you want in your mind, because your mind don't really know. Your mind thinks. Your mind's always thinking. But your heart is what
your heart
feels.
And your desire.
That's your desire. That's what you truly need.
Yes, indeed.
Your heart figures out how to fulfill your mind figures out how to fulfill your heart. So you have to follow both in different ways.
Come on now, D Phlo.
When it comes to building that foundation in that house, you have to know where to
It's
build.
very important, man.
It's very important, because if you build a whole house on a bad foundation, it's going to fall over.
Oh, you spitting that game.
It's going to fall over.
You spitting that game. You spitting that game, man. You spitting that game. And one thing about the world that the world need to know is, man, I repatched that situation with my sister. I fixed that. And that situation touched my heart and everything changed. And I feel better and we moving forward. I did that. You know, and the situation that been heavy on my heart, that been holding me down, that been having me wondering and sleeping less at night is the situation with my daughter, man. I got to get that fixed, man. But I don't want to get that fixed by tearing down her mama kingdom. I don't want to get it fixed by downplaying her mama role of being wrong. I don't want to get that fixed by her mama saying certain things about me and I want to fire back. But I'll tell you one thing. It hurt to know that everything that a person said about you was wrong. It wasn't all right. But it hurt that you could say the same thing about them and it be right too. But you don't want to do them wrong. Oh, that's heavy. It sit heavy on my heart that my 15-year-old, man, we can have the best relationship ever, but we can't have no relationship because the enemy want me to destroy her mama. But God said, be patient and wait. I'm going to make sure that situation be better. I'm here to tell anybody that's a father, that's a daddy, that just want to see their child, that they know their baby mama did some things wrong, and you ain't trying to tear them down. Because my baby mama did a lot of things right, but a lot of things she did wrong, and I wouldn't want to destroy her kingdom. But God said it's never too late to become a father or become a better person in your child's life. So just let me tell you something to the world out there, to the ones who going through it that want to see their children, that's not seeing their children. Just be patient. Your time coming, and when it come, you make it count. Hey, let me tell you something. You might not be seeing your child right now, but when that day comes and she ready to be in your life, and God open that door for her to be in your life or for him to be in your life, now you got your money right. Now you got the resource. Now you got the funds.
It's a motivation. And I do want to add to what you said, bro. This is one thing I've learned from having my son and having this situation with his mom is like a lot of times we want to tear him down. And I ain't gonna lie, and I hate to put the attention on it, but she's tearing me down on social media several times. But I'm gonna tell you something, all right?
Talk to me,
So,
D Phlo.
here's the truth.
That's very important. You said that, and that's why I go back and say I could sit there and tear her down, tear her kingdom down. But why I tell her kingdom down when God working and the enemy is always the devil is in her kingdom. See, when the devil in your kingdom, God not in there to save your kingdom because he know your heart.
But see, there's lessons in it all, for sure. But here's how I feel about it. I don't tear her down, but anytime I say a negative thing about her to my son in any way, he gets offended.
Yeah.
Okay, so whichever parent, whether it be the mom or the dad, which a lot of cases it is the mom because you know how it goes, but whatever the case may be, whichever parent has the most, the one that doesn't have the kid as most, if they're trying to talk bad about them, they're gonna get offended. Okay, so here's what it is: you don't want to talk bad about your baby mama online because what does that do? It makes the kid get offended. It makes the kid get upset. It's not worth it. No matter what they're doing, the baby mama's hating on you online. It's like I be wanting to say something back, but you know what? I let it go because I don't want to hurt my son. I don't want to hurt my child. So it's like sometimes all I can do is try to listen to what she says.
You gotta sacrifice and bite the bullet, man.
You gotta bite the bullet. You gotta be humble.
When you gotta bite the bullet on a lot of situations, a lot of certain things to elevate in life. Sometimes
But you also have to do is take it as motivation and say, look, she's mad. Maybe she ain't all the way right, but maybe she has a point. I need to go harder. You can take it as motivation, just like we said earlier. The losses and the lessons, right? The lesson I learned, I could take an L and be like, man, she hated me online. People were seeing it. People I know were commenting on it. Or I could say, you know what? I need to go harder. Because if I went harder right now, she had nothing to say about me.
Most definitely. I understand that. And that's why I respect you. And that's why I rock with you. And that's why I love you, because we always willing to understand that something that could destroy us always make us stronger. Something that don't break us could make us better. Something that go against us could always go with us. Wow. So that's the mindset that I have, and that's the mindset you have.
Yes, sir.
So most definitely we understand that. Hit me with a new topic, D Phlo.
So, bro, I feel like a lot of people have anxiety today. A lot of people are always worried. Like, a lot of people don't realize what anxiety is worrying about something that hasn't happened. It's like we're thinking, oh, this could happen, that could happen, this could happen. Like, how do you feel like the world can approach, all this worry they have, all this anxiety they have, and clear their mind and stop worrying about all of this shit that doesn't even exist? People worry more about what social media and celebrities got going on. They're not worried about what they got going on. So what do you feel like is a way for people to kind of clear out their minds and stop worrying so much?
How do they clear out their mind and stop worrying so much, man? See, you can't pray and worry. That's that's big. If you pray about it, you can't worry about it. If you pray about it, then you put it in God's hand. If you pray about it, then you know that everything that you prayed about gonna happen the way that you prayed about it. So if you worrying about it, then why you praying about it? You got to understand, you can't pray and worry. That's why God say, if you give it to me, give it all to me. See, one thing about this game, and I learned this a long time ago, D Phlo, when I was going through a lot of different things, a lot of different situations, this is what a lot of people need to realize. And listen to this now, because a lot of people do this. We ask God to deliver and bless us. We ask God to remove certain things from our life. We ask God to show us the right way. When God said, put all your problems in a bag and give it to me and let me deal with it, guess what we do, D Phlo? We take the good out the bag and give them only the problems. You can't do that. God noticed when you take the good out the bag, God said, give me everything. So give me your good deals and give me your bad deal. And watch how I mix them all together and watch how I clean it up and make it better. See, you can't ask God to do something, ask him for a half a blessing. Ask him to do something for a half a blessing. And when he give you a half a blessing, you questioning why? Because you gave him half of the products. You don't give him you gonna give him all the bad, but he asked to give it all and you took the good out because it's working right now. But when it start working, then you want to bring it to him, give him the good and the bad and let him make it better.
And you know what's interesting? And is we go back to our last podcast, we talked about helping and helping and hating.
That's the difference.
Because look at it like this, right? What if God had a certain vision for you to do it this way, right? But that way included using another person, right? And the other person needed that. You try to remove them out the bag. Like, I don't want to do it the way where I got to use that person, right? But by using that person, that blessing came, and that person ended up being a part of your blessing. So we got to stop thinking that we know it all, right? We as humans want to think we know it all, but God knows better.
Way
and
better.
God says, that person, you might not feel them right now, but you know what I'm saying? But they're the one who's going to bring you to where you are. Just like me and you, we met 5 months ago. What if me and you didn't see each other as that person that we needed? You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
we
man.
opened our mind, like, I'm a white boy, you're a black dude. Like, we decided to come together and do this, right?
Jail is to make it work. Make it work.
But
And
what if one of us weren't feeling that?
That's
Like
what I'm
you
saying.
know, me and
It
you were
would've
going to
never-
feel it.
It would have never worked.
Right,
It would've never
exactly.
worked. It was
Because we had
very
an open
important.
mind for it.
Yes, indeed. We had an open mind and we was open for opinion, but also we was open to make that relationship with God.
Exactly.
That was very important. That's how I know it was going to work, because not that I know that you had the talent and I had the talent, but I know if I put it in God's hand, God going to see a bigger picture.
Yes, sir.
He was going to make sure that everything that went against us, he was going to turn it for the better. Everyone that didn't believe in us, he was going to make them believe. Everybody that didn't see the vision, he was going to let them see it. Now they see it. That's why I say, not that we didn't have it, but we had to put everything that we had, the good and the bad, we put it in God's hands and let God work it out to make it for all better. You
Exactly.
can't give half to God and expect him to give you all.
You can't give him happy opportunities and expect him to bless them all, right? If you want God to bless all your opportunities, you got to do it all in his way.
Give him all.
And you got to give it all to him
Come on.
and do it in the way he intended you to do it. Because the way you were intended to do it is going to bring you on a different path than the way you intended to do it. Right?
Man, my goodness, I done went through them trials and tribulations. I done went through them situations when they hated, but they ain't got no reason to hate because my blessings coming from God. You ain't got no reason to be jealous because my blessings coming from God. You ain't got no reason to be mad because my blessings coming from God. You ain't got to hate on me no more because I ain't in the streets. You ain't got to hate on me because I ain't doing the things that I used to do. You ain't got to hate on me because I ain't where I used to be. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. Just be happy that God was the one that helped me and you wasn't the one that helped me. So now you feeling some way. Now you want to hate because God came through and showed you should have helped me when you had a chance. You didn't want to help me because you were worrying about me passing you up. But me passing you up, I was going to bring you with me because of the type of heart that I got. I ain't got no hate in my heart. I just got a lot of love. And the love that I got, I want to bring everybody with me. And everybody with me, we going to go to the top because I can't be stopped. You can't be stopped. Not 1 million views, not 2 million views, not 3 million views. If it wasn't for you in Big London, I wouldn't be monetized. But now that I'm monetized all over the board. Monetizing God life, monetized all over social media. If you don't see me, you're going to see us. If you don't see us, you're going to see us. If you don't see us, you're going to want to be with us because we can't be stopped. That's God doing. That's God doing. That's God doing. That's God work. That's God products. That's God blessing. That's God prayer. When I came in with a purpose. And when I came with that purpose was to leave with a bigger purpose. When I came in, I told you I wanted the world to hear me talk about God. And when I told you that, he said, now you did your purpose, but you got a bigger purpose. And the bigger purpose is to keep going and reach the world. And when I left here, I felt good about it because I know that if I could get you to buy in to what God had laid on my heart and told me what to tell you, but you didn't see the vision, but he told me if I could get you to bought in and get that relationship fixed with me, and now I got two of God's children doing my work instead of you just doing it by yourself. That's why we winning, because I got you to buy in to get that relationship right, to fix them old ways, to better your mind, to strengthen yourself, to change the way you used to think. Now that I got you bought in, and that's why we gonna keep winning, and that's why we gonna be the friend to the day that we die, because we not just friends, but we hold each other accountable. When you right, you right. When you wrong, you wrong. When you know what's best, you do what's right, and that's why we can't be fucked with.
Right. And I put a post up today telling you I appreciate you for everything.
I appreciate
and I want to just say
I saw that, man.
that I meant that shit.
That mean a lot to me. When I saw that shit almost had me with tears. You know, but you didn't saw me cry many times, and you understand that I ain't got no problem showing no emotions on nothing.
Right.
I didn't went through hell and high water. And that's why I wake up in the morning with the right mindset. Man, the life that I'm going and the way that I'm going and the mindset I got, I don't want no problem with nobody.
Right. Just positivity.
I just want positivity. If you got any situation, any problem with me, just call me and let me fix it right now. I want to apologize to you because I don't want no problem. I just want to be the best father, the best leader, the best husband.
Like where you are in life right now, I don't see a lot of people having problems with you. But I will tell you this, bro, is that love builds. When you're building something, you build out of love.
Oh yeah, man, we built a real foundation.
A real foundation. And right now we're building our building, right?
Oh,
but
yeah.
you know what hate does? It breaks down.
It breaks down.
Hate is the opposite. You have love and hate on two sides of the spectrum. You got to choose where you are at.
Where
you know what I'm saying?
Where
your
your
heart
desire
is at. What you want from life. If you want to build in life, you have to love.
Yes, indeed.
If you want to destroy in life, you have to hate. And there are times where you have to destroy during times of war. But you know what? 99% of the time, you don't need that. You need to build. Because we're trying to build. So if you love more, you're going to build more.
D Phlo, you was that you when I met you and I know you was ready to build, you was the construction worker. You was the construction worker. I was the damn dump truck. And we was trying to figure out how the construction worker gonna work with the dump truck. I'm bringing in dirt. You the construction worker. But you realize that if I could bring the dirt and you got the construction, if I could lay the foundation, if I could bring everything that we need to build a foundation, it was easy for you to learn how to do the foundation. Now you know how to be the construction person. Now all you got to do is show me what tools that we need so we was able to help each other.
Right. And you know what's so important about that is in life, most of your success is going to come from two people joining together, right? You might be, you got your company, they got their company, you join together, and that's how you create the company. But the thing is like, you have to be ready for that. Like when you see somebody come around who's got it, you might get frustrated sometimes. There might be times you're like, damn, I'm trying to do what I got to do. I don't know how to do it. I'm busy. But you make it happen. If you have the right state of mind, you prepare yourself. When you see the right opportunity come and you see God trying to work through you and you get around people and you see God working through them, you say, man, we got to connect up. We got to do this. There might be times where it's hard, but you have to keep pushing through. You cannot let those times break you down. You have to keep pushing through and do what you need to do. Because a lot of people get frustrated. They're not ready for it. There's a little more demand than normal. But at the end of the day, if they do it right, that's the way they're going to be able to create greatness. And what we have is greatness, bro. And we got, you know what I'm saying? We got greatness because we both knew. Maybe there's moments where shit don't always make sense, but there's moments where it does make sense.
You know we great. You know why we great? Because every time somebody try to send us clothes or trying to hit me up to send something, I always let them know I ain't by myself. I ain't by myself, and I won't allow myself to take nothing by myself because we built this together. That's right. That's how I cherish our relationship. That's how I love you like a brother. That's why I do the things that I could do to help you become a better person. That's why I let the world know that anytime you invite Big Team 28, you gonna see D Phlo, because guess what? Without him is no me. Without him is no me. Without me is no him. It's very important they understand that we came together as one. We gelled. And when I was the plumber and you was the foundation layer. And when I was the plumber and the foundation layer came together, that's what made the company work.
Right.
That's what made the company work. And that's why we're going to keep winning. That's why we're going to keep striving, because one thing about this game, a lot of people get to the top and forget who helped them get there. But one thing about Big Team 28, I love you so much. I would never forget who helped me get there, and you're going to be forever with me.
Facts, bro. And the reason why I think it's so important we display this is because the world needs to know that you're going to have your Team 28, you're going to have your D Phlo. Make sure that you see it. Don't look over it. Don't look past it. See it for what it is. Respect it. Grind for it. Partner up. And don't let the little shit. Because we've had little shit. People try to get in the way. But you know what we did? We fought through it. We didn't let that shit stop us. And y'all got to do the same thing. But damn, I'm going crazy, bro.
Yes, most definitely, man. Shout out to that boy, Get Fresh. That boy blessed me and D Phlo, man. Yes, we love the shirt, man. The shirt mean a lot. We love the glasses. We love the hat, man. This not our first go around with you. This like our second go around. You blessed that boy, man. And you know I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, so that black and gold look real sweet on me. D Phlo, I don't know. I think he a Minnesota fan. He a football team.
Look, Tampa Bay, you know what I'm saying, Buccaneers, which is obviously a big opposition to the Saints. And we better, but hey.
But you know, man, he rocking that black and gold. Like I said, man, our goals for next year, man, that I want to do a lot of different things that the world need to know. We've been working, we've been grinding, but also we got to take the time out to appreciate the way things been going and how God continue to keep using us. But one thing my goal is for next year is, man, I want to bring my boy D Phlo to one of them old New Orleans Saints games so he can enjoy himself because he deserves it. Man, we've been putting in a lot of work, and we thank each and every person that's been showing us love.
We appreciate everybody who's been supporting us. Like, if it wasn't for y'all, we couldn't be us.
No, indeed,
because y'all sharing the positivity that we share, and because of that, that's why the world sees it. So we appreciate every one of y'all. I appreciate you. Everything you do,
man, there's much love, man. Hey, we ain't losing no more. We only winning. We ain't going against the odds. We only coming together as one. We not mad if you don't like us. We only mad that you ain't supporting us. We ain't mad that you don't believe in us. We only mad because we going to keep going. We going to keep going. Don't hate us because you hate. Don't hate just because you hate. Hate us because we did something. We changed our life around. We moving in the right direction. We believing in God. We doing what we supposed to do. We can't lose. We can't lose. We can't lose. Give praise to God each and every day. God, thank you, thank you, thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I would have lost my mind. If it wasn't for you, I'd be in the grave. If it wasn't for you, I would have lost my life. But Lord, you kept my brain focused. You kept me strong. You kept me right. Lord, you kept me going. I can't do nothing but thank you and thank you and thank you. Lord, continue to keep watching over me and D Phlo. Continue to keep laying it on our heart to speak to the world. Continue to keep us in the right path. Even though the devil tried to interfere and to break us down and divide us away from what we were trying to do and what we need to do. But Lord, you kept us together. You kept us focused. Lord, the enemies didn't have no chance because we trust and believed in you. And we let you handle the business and you removed the enemy from around us. And now we keep going. Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you that we ain't stopped. And we ain't going to stop. We ain't going to never stop. And we going to keep going, man. Shout out to each and every person that support us, man. Drop the Jewels, boy, is out the building.
We appreciate y'all. All right, we'll see you on the next episode. Yeah.
D Phlo, talk to me, baby.